Wow. So the guy that made headline for confronting Wike, for making Wike to feel humble, for embarrassing and humiliating Wike. Wike, who is seen as the raging storm. Wike, who is seen as the bulldozer that is always raging. Wike, the man who wants to be governor and minister at the same time. The clown, in my honest opinion, and the king of all deceivers. The military officer who stood against Wike narrowly escaped deadly assassination in Abuja. What they could not do daytime and in broad daylight in front of the camera, they now want to do with through Hilux trucks. So Lieutenant Yerima survived an attempted assassination after unidentified men in unmarked vans trailed him in Abuja. The officer detected the surveillance and used strategic maneuver to escape and went to safety. The scar followed days after a heated confrontation with FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, which drew nationwide reaction and condemnation. So in the end now, they want to now comfort the guy who is doing this. Could it be the Nigerian police who he said, I'm talking, policemen are talking. So Lieutenant Yerima, thank God, is safe. Now this thing happened in Kuba area because I know this area very well. So military sources confirmed this yesterday that the officer was trailed on Sunday evening by unidentified men dressed in black and riding in two unmasked Hilux vans without plate numbers. The alleged assailants were said to have followed him from Nipco filling station off the Line Expressway in Gadonasco Way. I stayed in this place for like 2 years. I know this place very, very well, and I can see how he was able to maneuver and escape them. But of course, the military, who said they will never leave their own, will not let this go. So, according to the senior military source, Jerima noticed he was being followed and executed what was described as strategic maneuver to evade the suspected attackers. The officer observed that he was under surveillance and took immediate tactical actions to avoid danger. He succeeded in avoiding them and shaking them off. This incident reportedly occurred at about 6:30 p.m. on Sunday, November 16. The source added that further details were being withheld so as not to compromise the ongoing investigation. But of course, what do you expect? And so this has come days after this man challenged Wike. And Wike, to me, would not, I don't think Wike will be involved in this, but the network of corruption, the network of impunity, of high-handedness is what is now bringing this. So in the end, Wike is, complicit. And now, when he had this problem with Wike, military veterans warned against any sanction against Yerima. Following the clash, military veterans across the country criticized Wike's conduct and warned against any disciplinary action targeting the officer. The spokesman of the coalition of retired veterans, Abiodun Durowaye Herbert, issued a stern warning. He said, if the officer is punished, we will occupy the office and residence of the FCT minister. Military personnel swear allegiance to Nigeria, not to individual political office holders, he said. And then he added, how can a public officer holder call an officer a fool on camera? This behavior undermines our national institutions and demeans the dignity of public office. Durowaye Albert insisted that Wike must apologize to the officer, describing the minister's remarks as unacceptable. So now, how do you think he can avoid apology to the man? By buying the man now. So in the end, if this man buy now, who would they apologize to? Do you get it now? I think you're beginning to reason the way I'm reasoning. So in the end, Nigeria is a jungle. If people can want to assassinate a whole lieutenant in Nigerian Navy, who are ordinary people that they cannot do that to? The same Wike that ruined the democracy of Rivers State. But defense minister assures protection for lawful officers when that kind of rubbish happened that time. So defense minister Mohammed Badaru, who is also probably tired of Wike's shenanigans, has assured that no military personnel acting within the law will face sanctions under the over any confrontation. Badaru said during a ministerial briefing ahead of the 2026 Armed Forces Remembrance Day, we will always protect officers and are armed forces personnel on lawful duty. Any officer on lawful duty will be protected if he is doing his job lawfully and doing it well. So veterans, had earlier vowed to mobilize and occupy FCT's ministry if anything happens to that guy. And now they won't come go back the guy. What una think say go happen to say that they succeeded in buying that guy? In fact, the whole northerners for Abuja for find Wike and smoke am out with his children. So you can't mess with an officer this way. And now people, you've now put the guy, you've now made them mark him for targets. You are setting him up for targets. It's like you've put a bag, a red sign on his back, because many people supported him, but there are a few evil people that will definitely be on Wike's side. And I believe that if care is not taken, the Nigerian police may have a hand in this, because the guy ridiculed them. But it is well, nothing can happen to him, because he has gained national stardom, and this guy needs to be protected, and I know he'll be protected, though he's this chief security officer to the retired naval boss. He was protecting his land, but he also needs protection now. And after some time, this guy needs to be promoted. Maybe they should send him overseas to go and do a military course, and when he comes back, they promote him. So in the end, he will be the winner and Wike will be the loser. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I remain your boy Ernest Omozokwe Adebayo Koje. Please remember to like, share, subscribe and comment. Signing out. Peace.